Where did this decline of his role? Like, I know they got Kareem Hunt, who's like a touchdown machine. Where did Isaiah Pacheco's reign disappear?
I don't know. I seen it. Like he still runs the same
way.
He runs hard as hell the same. It's the coaching staff. You know, it's something in house. You know how it gets, bro. When you had them player coach meetings, maybe a one-on-one didn't go right. Coach was not fucking with him.
That's so crazy.
That's just how it goes sometimes. We all know that. We've been a part of it. He probably had a disagreement with the coach, and it was over ever since. Because there's no way you take a running back like that runs that hard every play and just
he can
sit
run,
ice him.
he can catch. I mean, bro, I remember drafting him in like the second, third round of fantasy football, and now you can't even get him in a.
It's not even worth it.
It's not. You get him in the 7th, 8th round, and you be like, all right,
he's not that type of guy, bro. He runs extremely hard. I think he needs to change his scenery.
Do you think he's very underappreciated in the offense?
Yes. 100%.
Very similar to like a David Montgomery in Detroit.
How you're gonna be underappreciated in the offense when you got Mahomes, you got Trav, you got Xavier Worthy, you got Rashid. Like, you got those guys. Like, and the offense is predicated on passing the ball.
But when you got a runner
in
like
misdirection.
that, why not just, you know what?
Just take it.
Here's
the pill.
You go be the bell cow because Pat Mahomes is out there running, take off running. I'm like, this is the most we ever seen Pat Mahomes run.
He was in distress. They need offensive line. They need help on the O-line, though, as of right now.
Well, talk about help. What about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Why is all these old players, I shouldn't even say old, players in general that have played with Big Ben putting dirt on this man's name? Wasn't that the number one rule in any locker room? Don't throw somebody under the bus.
Nah, never. Never, but he'll go.
He for sure go. But why is people talk slandering his name now?
Bro,
Talking about he wasn't a good teammate.
You know how that go. They said the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. They still say the same thing. People gonna hate.
Are they clout chasing? They going on these podcasts just looking for some clout? Like, you know what? I'm a decent name. I'm on a pod. You know what? He wasn't even a good teammate. Like, what do you get out of bashing another player you play with that is arguably a Hall of Famer?
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer for sure. But I don't think I think it's the clout. Maybe he just wasn't a good teammate to them. Because I don't just see, you know how it is being in a locker room? Like, everybody kicking it. We all hanging out. We all chopping it. Now, you might end up staying with your group for the most part, but everybody for the most part, outside of being competitive at practice, everybody cool. I don't see Big Ben being that bad of a teammate.
I don't either.
Ever.
And, do you think they were boys or do you think they were a separate group, maybe had a small conversation and he kind of big-timed him and then was like, you know what, he ain't a good teammate? You think it would have been like that?
Probably something along those lines.
I think it comes down to who succeeded with him and who didn't. How much money do you think Joey Porter Sr. and Ben Roethlisberger made together compared to James Harrison and Ben Roethlisberger, compared to Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, the guys that actually succeeded alongside him and made that bag versus someone who was on the team of just didn't succeed as much and experienced probably the discomfort of working with someone like Ben Roethlisberger. He probably wasn't easy to work with, but if you're winning and you're making money together, that stuff kind of goes by the way.
The Jordan effect.
What do you do when you're that stature of a quarterback? You're the captain of the team. It's got to go. Tom Brady. You think everybody liked Tom Brady?
Demanded excellence, demanded effort, demanded perfection.
Yes.
Remember the Titans rule.
I think the players that were weak and just couldn't understand the game that way just couldn't take him as a friend. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa.
Man, I wish Xavier was here because that's
who I want to hear from the most. Because it ain't no way.
It's no shot that this man was a bad man. It's hard for a team to be successful if you don't like your quarterback.
No. They say it about Aaron Rodgers. I heard when I got to Green Bay, I heard Aaron was a complete asshole. He was mean. He was selfish. All type of crazy shit. I never got that impression from him.
I'm like,
not once.
And my answer to that is an asshole in a good way or a bad way.
I think if Aaron was being an asshole, it was because of his competitive nature, and that's how we get on how we play.
For sure,
same shit. We're gonna talk shit to each other,
definitely,
but we're gonna love on each other after. Hey, bro, you know,
because I'm trying to bring the best out of you.
And exactly, that's all it is.
That's
I think
that's
it's
hurtful
cloud chasing. I think they just had some misguidance, and then the same along as what Jack said.
I hate that when we get to a certain level that we have to go on these podcasts and talk about our former teammates, our former best friends and stuff like that for the clout, for whatever reason. Like, okay, if you felt that certain type of way, keep it in the man cave. You know, don't ever throw somebody under the bus. Because I'm like, what did you gain from that? You know, now you just publicly.
A couple views.
You know, like now you like publicly you announced that this person was a bad teammate. Like, did that make you feel better? Like, have you been holding in that information for that long that you want to do it?
It probably made him did feel better. Like, he been holding on for so long. He probably got to let it out. But it didn't. It ain't going to change nothing. He's still a GOAT.
I'm like, at the end of the day, if y'all was that close that you like you felt that he wasn't a good teammate, you couldn't call your boy. If me and you got to altercate and I felt some type of way, you know, I'm going to hit you.
Hit
like,
me.
Because it almost seems like they weren't really boys. It almost seemed like they were just in passing, and it was like, oh, he just big time me. Like, no, he was a terrible teammate, and he probably was a cuss player type. You know, like, not saying that person was a cuss player, but like, you giving off that vibe.
You giving
know?
off that vibe. Man,
tough
hats off
business
to
to be
Big
in.
Ben. He probably, because he hearing shit like that, like, bro, he's probably thinking I was never like that.
I demanded
And
greatness
this is
out
the
of you.
first time he's hearing of it, too? Like, nah. Don't even let that shit roll over your shoulder.
X, I know you listening to this. You got to share your side of the story because we need to know about Big Ben, and we was not there like you was there.
Yeah, I want to know, X. Facts.
But what's up? Another topic, bro. Why did the NFL just ban the NFLPA and players from doing
Did you
report
see that
cards?
shit?
Like, so I don't know if everybody knows. Players come in and we do voting based off of the food dining hall, how they treat our
facility.
families, facility, travel, and stuff like that. And you were able to see where they rank throughout the year. And now the NFL is banning this from, I guess, a CBA rule that happened throughout the year. Bro, what is up with that? Why they don't like us ranking?
Selfish.
But they want to expand it to 18 games. They want us to play internationally.
Tear us down and take everything from us. It's just, it doesn't make any sense, bro.
Can you guys explain this to me? So it was like an arbitrator's decision saying the ruling found the report cards were designed by the union to advance its interests under the guise of a scientific exercise. Like, what does that even mean?
I thought it was more in a promotion to implement change within the organization. Obviously, I think back 10, 15, 20 years, these organizations were able to do however they wanted to be. Or if you wanted food, they got the bare minimum. They got chicken and rice. I remember when we got to the Chargers, they gave us, I forgot it was tender greens. And you ate literally chicken, rice, salad, and that was it. Every single day, same restaurant, almost like we were on meal prep. And then you get a place like the New York Jets where they have a seafood station, a pasta station, a hibachi stove where you had steaks and whatnot. And it's like, wow, they treating their players really nice. I've been to certain organizations where they sit the family section in the nosebleeds, which
Dallas.
You know, which is crazy. Then I get to the Chargers, although we was in the StubHub, all the families stayed with each other. Like some organization will put the family in the nosebleeds, but separate all the families when all the families know each other, which was crazy. So like it made you aware as a player, like, okay, this organization pays well, food's good, but they treat their family terrible, you know? And it's like, as a player, do I want to be a part of this association when I'm Phillip Rivers and I got a family of 15, 16? Like, probably not.
No.
You know, it kind of affects a lot of your decisions. So for them to come in and say, like, this doesn't benefit the NFL programs, well, it affects the players.
Yeah.
And making their decisions. And it's crazy to see that we've swooped down to so small of a situation where it's like, are we going to just ban this?
They're going to
Because it
take
affects
as
us.
much as they can from us if we allow it. We're not fighting as players. We're not fighting back. We're just allowing this shit to happen and then complaining.
So is that do we more or less blame the NFLPA? Because they're the leaders of this. They're the ones that's supposed
how much more blame are we going to give the NFLPA? Like, we as players, the players have to stand They have to stand on this. We got to stand for something.
What-
This happens all the time. At
for
what
sure
point are
do.
we gonna lock out and be like, nah, we not taking this? But every time we lock out, it's the players that are in that, I like to say, low to middle class.
Yeah.
That we can't take that